gorgeous people, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. It's a little bit more educational. I'm going to be teaching a few little tips and tricks to making sure that your fragrance collection is always on point. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's super cool and it's something that I already did on City Line. If you guys are not in Canada, you probably don't know what City Line is, but it is a television show and I am their fragrance expert and I get to go on there and talk about fragrances. So we did a segment on creating the perfect fragrance wardrobe. I'll link down below the little snippet of me on it. These kind of shows are super fast, like the segments are literally like 5 minutes long, but I really wanted to do a longer video explaining myself and helping you make sure that your fragrance collection is resonating with you, that it's meaningful, that all your fragrances are getting love. Some people get confused with fragrances, have a hard time finding fragrances that they love, and building a fragrance wardrobe that really speaks to them. Just like, you know, when you redo your closet and you revamp your style, just what I did recently, and making sure your clothes fits right and makes you feel good for the occasion and all of that good stuff. That's what you want with your fragrances. Every single fragrance should be something that you absolutely enjoy and that you're not just putting on just because. So if you need help with your fragrance collection, or like I like to say, creating the perfect fragrance wardrobe, this video is for you. And if you're new, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Karina Waldron and I would love it if you subscribe. We do a lot of fragrance, beauty, and lifestyle content, and leave your mark down below by leaving a comment so we could say hi and welcome you to our family. And let's go ahead and jump into this. So before I start with the fragrance, I just want to mention what's on my lips. I used to do that and then I stopped doing it, and then I get questions on the lipstick and I totally forget what I'm wearing. Today I'm doing this beautiful red, which I haven't done in forever. If you guys follow me for a while, you know that I do a lot of nude. This is from Lancome. It is the L'Absolute Rouge. And this is in 525. I'll link it down below for you guys, as well as all of the fragrances that I talk about. It's a liquid lipstick, but doesn't dry completely matte. Like it doesn't make your lips feel super dry. It's very comfortable. And when I wear a red lipstick, I need something that's going to stay put, and this one definitely stayed put. So one of my favorite reds. It's so beautiful and it really complements my skin. Anyways, we're talking fragrances. So I want to do this video to help you guys create the perfect fragrance wardrobe. If you're new to the fragrance world and you're a little confused or lost, or maybe you've been there for a while but you need a little help, a fragrance wardrobe is exactly what it sounds like. It is literally a collection of fragrances that are perfect for different occasions, different time of the day, different seasons, and make sense for you. They connect with you. Just like our clothing. When we think about a capsule wardrobe and making sure that all of the clothes that we have in our wardrobe make sense for us, it fits our body type, it makes us feel good, and we're easily able to create different outfits from the pieces that we have in our collection. Well, that's the way you're supposed to think with your fragrances. Same way, when the seasons change, you change up your clothing right away. You want to kind of do the same with your fragrances. You want to treat it as an accessory to your day-to-day life. Just like we put on a little bracelet, we put on a little jacket, a little scarf, you want to treat your fragrance like another accessory to your entire get ready. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to talk about what makes, in my opinion, the perfect fragrance wardrobe. Now, I will put a disclaimer and say you do not need 10, 20, 30, 100, 200 fragrances. Absolutely not. I have a really large collection. No one needs that many fragrances, but you have to understand this is part of my job. Literally, this is what I do for a living. And so I definitely have a large fragrance collection. And if you don't collect fragrance, it's not a normal fragrance collection. If you collect fragrance, you get it, because there are a lot of people that don't do YouTube, and honey, their fragrance collection is larger than mine, and I can appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Just like some people collect designer handbags, designer shoes, artwork, we collect fragrances. But for the everyday person, I think that I want to say 6 fragrances or pushing it 10 different scents are perfect for your fragrance wardrobe. With this fragrance wardrobe category, you don't need to get niche fragrances. You don't need to get super expensive fragrances. Work with what you have. You can create the perfect fragrance wardrobe within your budget by getting fragrances from Sephora, Shoppers Drug Mart, Bath and Body Works, celebrity fragrances, whatever works for you. Do that. You know what I'm saying? No judgment here. And I want this video to be more of an educational rather than telling you, oh, you need this niche fragrance. Everyone has different tastes and different price points, and that's totally okay. So the first thing you want to do to create that perfect fragrance wardrobe, to get to that step, is really look over the fragrances that you already have. If you have a large collection, a small collection, or if you don't have any, okay, skip this step. But if you already have a few fragrances within your collection, even if it's 2 or 3, go over them and see if they still resonate with you, okay? Our nose changes, our tastes change, and so something that you might have loved last year you don't love this year, and vice versa. So go through them, smell them, put them on your skin, wear them throughout the day, and see what you still love. And what you don't love, declutter, because there's no point in keeping it in your collection if you're not going to wear it and it's not going to make you feel good. When you spray a fragrance on, you are evoking a feeling, you're setting a vibe, you're setting the mood for your day. So each fragrance that you put on yourself and you smell on yourself and those around you, it's gonna send out this vibe, okay? And you really want it to be you, and you wanna be comfortable with that scent that you are wearing. So if there's a fragrance in your collection or a few that just don't vibe with you anymore, don't be scared, honey. Give it away to a friend or family member that will appreciate it, and let's start fresh. Make a little budget for yourself, maybe. Say you're gonna buy 1 fragrance a month, or even 2 or 3, whatever works for you, and that's how you're gonna build on your fragrance collection. Once you have down packed the fragrances that you enjoy, take a look at the notes. Go online, do a little research, see what is the common denominator. You know, usually when we like fragrances, like the typical person, I'm not talking about the person that collects fragrances, but the typical person usually has a specific note profile or DNA that they really like. Say it's floral, musky, woody, and then those note profiles come in different variations. You can have a floral that's very sweet, a fruity floral, a musky floral, a woody floral. So they come in different variations, but there's usually that common denominator. For me, I'm definitely a floral kind of girl. If you asked me that 2 years ago, I would have said hell no, but I am a floral kind of girl. When I look at all of my fragrances, definitely I love the florals mixed into that, and I have different variations of florals, and I can really play around with that and set the mood for different occasions, but they all have that beautiful note that I enjoy. So once you know the note profile that you enjoy, it's going to be easier for you to shop for fragrances, not only online, but even in person. You'll know which ones you're looking for, and you can ask the sales associate, you know, I like a floral scent, but I want to try maybe a musky or a woody floral, or something a little bit more lighter, maybe an aquatic. And there you can play around with the fragrances that you already enjoy in terms of the note profile, and kind of get outside of your box and try different variations. I feel like a perfect fragrance wardrobe has 3 different categories. And if I'm looking down, I have my notes. A fragrance wardrobe is composed of an everyday or signature scent fragrance, whether you have 1 or 2 or even 3. I would say 2 is enough for an everyday fragrance, something that you put on, you don't have to think about. It's easy breezy, it's great for any time of the year. It's considered almost like your signature scent because you wear it on more often than maybe your other ones. And for me, an everyday or signature scent is something that is non-offensive in my opinion. It's something that just goes with any occasion, whether you're going for a cocktail, whether you are going to the office, whether you are going to run errands. It's just a fragrance that is very kind of crowd pleasing, if you will, and just goes with the vibe. So I have a few fragrances over here to give you examples of all of the categories that I'm going to talk about. And here are some examples of an everyday or signature scent that are perfect. They are all, for me, blind buy worthy for sure. So I'm going to start off with this one over here. This is from Lancome. It's called Idole. It is a beautiful floral. It is very feminine, very elegant, fresh. And even though this fragrance shines more during the warmer months, say spring and summer, I still feel like this is an all year round kind of fragrance. It smells gorgeously elegant and lingers on the skin so well. It's non-offensive and I get so many compliments when I wear this fragrance. So if you're really into the fresh florals with a bit of a musky dry down, this is definitely a perfect one. I'm not going to go into too much detail between all of them. And then the next one is Musk 12 from Kayali. If you love a fragrance that is more like a skin scent, it's very soft and suave, it's you, it melts with your skin, this is the perfect one. It has a little bit of a sweet tone, it's feminine to me, it's airy and fluffy, and it's just so non-offensive. This one you put on and you really don't have to think about. So this is a beautiful scent. Of course, it's one of those fragrances that's kind of light. It shines through in the warmer months for me, but again, all year round, it's perfectly fine. So for those of you who don't like a fragrance that is overly fragrance-like, like perfumey, this is a perfect one because it's very toned down, it's very skin-like. So Kayali Musk. If you like something a little bit more bubbly, maybe a little bit more mood uplifting, I would absolutely suggest Pas Ce Soir from BDK. This is so likable. I love wearing this fragrance. It makes me smile. It makes me happy. It's appropriate for any occasion. It's very feminine. And so this makes a stunning everyday kind of signature scent. It's so beautiful. Honestly, really, really beautiful. This to me smells like a celebration. Now, if you want something with a little bit more substance, because we're not saying your everyday scent has to be boring, I would absolutely suggest Carolina Herrera Good Girl Lingerie. The original one, I think it's a little bit more intense for maybe an everyday wear. But if you are super sexy and you feel sexy and you dress the part on a daily basis, you want your fragrance to complement your personality, your vibe, your style. And so Carolina Herrera Good Girl is a beautiful, sexy fragrance that I think is great for daytime or evening. The lingerie version has a more fresh tone to it, so perfect for the daytime. It has a little bit more character, a little bit more oomph, and again, it has that like sensuality to it. So if that's your vibe, that's your personality, this is a gorgeous one for an everyday or signature scent. It's so beautiful. Let me spray that. Ooh. And last but not least, if you're into a more fruity vibe, I would absolutely suggest Maison Francis Kirk de Jean Gentle Fluidity Gold. This is a beautiful, juicy, mouth-watering, fruity scent. It is beautiful. It's a fruity floral. It smells quite feminine. It's a little sweet. It's juicy. It's light. It's airy. Non-offensive. It just smells beautiful. It smells quite feminine, and it really does go with anything that you're wearing, how your makeup is, any occasion. It's gorgeous. Honestly, this one you can wear in different settings. You can wear it in the evening and you can wear it during the day. Perfect all year round, in my opinion. So those are some examples of fragrances that I would consider everyday or signature scent worthy. My second category for a perfect fragrance wardrobe is a more formal / work fragrance. Something that you wear, you still feel quite powerful. It's not super obnoxious. It's not going to overtake the entire room, but it's still going to make a little bit of a statement. Your work fragrance doesn't have to be boring and super like skin-like. It can can make a statement, because especially if you are the boss, okay, if you run a company, if you run your own businesses, you have a lot of board meetings and stuff like that, you want to exude that confidence, that level that you've worked to. Wear a good fragrance that is, you know, a little bit more appropriate for that. So I have a few fragrances here as an example of a fragrance that's a little bit more professional, but not boring. For me, YSL Libre is incredible for that. I think that this fragrance, even though it's very modern and a little bit laid back, there's something about it that's kind of professional to me. I don't know what it is, and it's just a beautiful stand out fragrance. It's a fragrance that's gonna make you stand out. I get so many compliments with this one. It just smells super confident and elegant, and this is not too feminine. So for those of you who don't like an overly feminine fragrance, this is perfect. It's sometimes considered unisex. Beautiful lavender fragrance. Love, love that one. Now, if you are more ladylike, I would absolutely suggest Kayali Deja Vu White Flower. This is if you love your white florals, this is beautiful. It's so elegant and chic. Oh, and this lasts forever on me. It's such a gorgeous scent. I don't think it's offensive. I think it's very, very feminine and really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So that is one that I would suggest. Another one that's very similar to that, it's very similar in the scent profile, is La Parfum for Elie Saab. So if you like that kind of elegant, a little bit more of a mature touch, white floral vibes, this is another beautiful one. And then last but not least, I'm going to suggest Athalia from Parfums de Marly. This smells like money to me. It smells grown. It smells like wisdom. It smells like a woman that has everything together. I mean, you look at the bottle and she is a boss right here. She is a boss. So I think this is a great professional fragrance, or like a very formal kind of setting. So beautiful, so elegant, very classy. All the ones that I mentioned are super classy, and every fragrance that I mentioned is classy always, okay? Last but not least, special occasions / evening wear. So when you go to that kind of fragrance category, you want something a little bit more bold, a little bit more oomph, a little bit more spice, okay? You want your fragrances in the evening to shine a little bit more. You want them a little louder. They don't have to be obnoxious, but just a little bit louder, okay? Here are some suggestions. This is MFK's Grand Soir. If you love a unisex fragrance, something very warm, there's a lot of amber in here. There is sweetness in here, also vanilla in here. You will enjoy this one. Now, for me, I will be completely honest. This is a little, where are my tested strips, honey? Here they are. This to me is a little on the pulling on the masculine side, but I know so many women that love this fragrance. Oh, it's so warm. That vanilla note is stunning in there. It's really beautiful. It's very luxurious, very elegant, and definitely makes a statement. It's stunning. Okay, if you love your amber fragrances, this is one that you definitely need to check out. Now, if you love something more feminine, a little bit more mature, definitely ladylike and elegant, I would suggest Coco Noir from Chanel. This is beautiful. And this one you can definitely wear for the work / formal category also, 100%. But this one in the evening is also beautiful. So you're going to a dinner date, you're going to meet a couple, or you have an event to attend in the evening. Maybe you're going to a jazz club, a lounge. I'm just speaking it out there. This is a beautiful fragrance to wear. It is a little spicy, floral, but there's a little depth to it. Not little, there's a lot of depth to this fragrance, but it's not as heavy as, say, Grand Soir in my opinion, but really, really beautiful. Another one that I would suggest is from Dior, and this is Tabacouleur. This is intense. It's very intense. It's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit more dense. It's definitely sweeter. It has the tobacco note in there. It is beautiful. Ooh. Oh, you have to like your more deep, sensual fragrances. Definitely sweet for me on my skin anyways. But for evening time, this is the kind of fragrance I want to wear, you know? I am dressed up for the occasion and I want my fragrance to really complement that outfit. The other one that I would suggest is from Byredo. This is called 11th Hour. It's a very, very unique fragrance. I will link everything down below. You guys can check out the notes too. Very unique, very unisex also. Oh, it's just very unique and definitely appropriate for evening. You can wear this during the day, but in the evening, I find it shines a little bit better. So those are just some suggestions. I did also pull out Amber Nuit from Christian Dior, another very warm, kind of sexy, grown fragrance that works really well for the evening, whether it's date night or you're going to an event or you're going to a lounge, a jazz club, whatever it is. These are beautiful. I don't think these are very much like club worthy fragrances. It really depends what kind of club you're into. I'm more into like a lounge, just jazz club type of setting. That's why I keep saying that. So going off of my taste here. So now we have our three categories that make the perfect fragrance wardrobe, which is our everyday signature like fragrances, our formal / work fragrances, and then our evening / special occasions / date night fragrances. And I think when you categorize your fragrances in that way, you will really be able to understand your fragrances and they will definitely evoke a feeling when you're wearing it, and you'll be able to shop a lot smarter. As the season changes, you want to kind of switch up your fragrances too, because fragrances don't perform the same in cold weather versus hot weather. For example, if I was to take a super sweet fragrance, say Tabacaleur, I find it very sweet, and wear it during a very hot day, it would just be sticky and ewy and just make me feel kind of nauseous. It just wouldn't vibe and I wouldn't even like the fragrance. But when I wear it during a cooler evening, maybe in the summertime, but it's cooler in the evening, or I wear it during the fall and winter, it just shines through because the warmth really contrasts with the cold weather and it just vibes. And the same thing if I was to wear a very fresh fragrance, for example, fig tea from Nicolai during the colder months, it just really wouldn't vibe. That cold tone from this fragrance versus the cold weather just clash and don't create any contrast. You want to be mindful of that when you're shopping for your fragrances or when you're creating your perfect fragrance wardrobe. Have some scents that are perfect for spring and summer, and some scents that are perfect for fall and winter. This is the perfect example for a winter fragrance. So this is fall and winter. By the Fireplace from the replica line Maison Margiela. It's unisex, it is smoky, it's woody, it has a little bit of a sweet tone in the dry down, has a vanilla note in there. It definitely screams colder weather. Like, I do not wear this during the summertime, during the springtime at all, but in the winter time it shines and it smells so cozy and very inviting. This is another beautiful example of a winter fragrance. It's super delicious, it's a little powdery, slightly gourmand, it's very cozy and warm. I actually haven't smelled this one in a while. It smells like a cinnamon bun. I have a hard time saying that. It smells so delicious and it works beautifully in the colder months. Now we're talking spring and summer. We want something fresh, light, airy, bright. That's what we're looking for. And there's different variations. We can go with a tea-like scent, just like fig tea, which is more fresh, mouth-watering, it's refreshing, it's light and airy, it's non-offensive, great if you work in an office setting because it's just that. Or we can go with something a little bit more tropical-like. Santal Complete from Fragrance Du Bois will do just that. It's a little bit more tropical. It reminds you of being away on a holiday. It's coconutty, it's creamy, it's luxurious, but it's so wearable and very light and airy. I have to spray this because I love this one so much. You want your fragrances to make sense, to be something that you look forward to wearing and accessorize as you get ready. They literally complete your outfit. Whether you have makeup on or no makeup on, whether you have a casual outfit or a very dressy outfit, a fragrance will finish it all together and make everything complete. So I hope this video was super helpful. Take some notes down. Let me know if you resonated with this video, if it helped you in any way. But this is the best way to build a fragrance wardrobe, making it make sense for you. I really hope it was helpful and that you saw something new and cool today, or you learned something new and cool today. All the products that I talked about will be linked down below, as well as this lipstick and even the shirt. I love it. It's from Lily Silk. And I will chat with you guys in the comment section. Leave your comments down below. If you have video suggestions, I really want this channel to be unique. I want to give you guys some content that is fragrance related, but a more unique way. Instead of just doing top 10s here, top 10s there, I want it to be a little bit more informative. So comment down below. Let me know your suggestions and let me know your video requests, and I will see you all on the next video. Ciao!